Yes, we're live. This is your F1 Live British Grand Prix for the 2026 season. Are you excited? Oh, we've got a lot to come. A lot to come on today's show. I'm going to say hello to the chat. Who we got with us? Oh, yeah, Amelia's in the house. Reinhardt, Ron White, S. Roberts is in the house. Rod Fan, Russ Palmer, Harry, Robin Foster, Cal Melson's in the house. For me, Scott. Good to see you all with us. Yeah, we're ready, aren't we? Are we buzzed up? Are we ready for a British Grand Prix? Are we ready for a Ferraris? We've got Leclerc front row, Hamilton second row, Kimi Antonelli pole, George Russell second row. It's going to be a beaut. It's going to be a beaut. I've already seen the celebrities wandering around at Silverstone. Hugh Grant's already there. I've seen Brian May there from Queen wearing the Ferrari garb. There's all sorts of celebrities. I do like the British Grand Prix grid walk with Martin Brundle. He's about to do it. I do like it. They're normally a bit more friendly than some of the other ones. Yes, Jean-Claude Beaver. Jean-Claude Beaver. Sir Lewis Hamilton, let's go. Ramaram, afternoon. Good afternoon to you, sir. I'm buzzing for this one. I've got a coffee. I've got some Diet Coke. Couple of snacks. I'm ready to settle in for an afternoon of racing. Are you? Official Mr. Edits is there with there with your friend. Good. Hope you're concentrating. You're not getting distracted from what's about to be a glorious British Grand Prix. No, it's good. You should watch it. And you're with friends here. Official Mr. Edits. That's what I love about our community. You're watching it with friends. You could be sat at home watching alone, but you're never alone at F1 Grandstand. There's 17,000 other people in this community so far and growing every day. You're never alone here. Team Wilters, Hamilton all day. Kimi definitely needs a DNF. I think you might take that today. Look, I might be bringing some of the Hamilton fans down to earth a little bit. I'm not saying he's not going to win. I'm saying that anything can happen in the race. I'm saying that Ferrari is not quite as fast as Mercedes. That's true. Well, not quite as fast as Mercedes with Kimi Antonelli driving it. Faster than Mercedes with George driving it. Skirmy's in the house. Yes, my friend. I'm so glad you're with us, Skirmy. Ram. I'm predicting a big drama with one of the front runners. Me too. I think my prediction is one of the Mercedes isn't going to finish. Robin Foster says, hot day. Today, maybe Mercedes get their unreliability. That's what I think. We're due a Mercedes DNF, aren't we? They have done some countermeasures to try and prevent that from happening. I think they've actually turned the power down a little bit using software, a software update to maybe try and really preserve that battery. I think it's the battery that's the issue. Plumber Paragon's in the house. I don't know what that means, Plumber Paragon. I can't see it. It's just a line. I don't know what you're saying. Christopher Music's in the house. All it takes is one mistake by Kimi. Hamilton can win. Look, it's the British Grand Prix. The only thing is, pit stops, it's going to be a one-stop strategy. Spoiler alert. Probably going to be one-stop strategy is going to win the race. Still could be a drama in that one pit stop, though. Safety cars, are they an issue? Yes, as always, in any Grand Prix, we could see that. So, look, there's anything that can happen. On pure pace, though, Antonelli seems to be on fire at the moment. And Leclerc, return back to form for him. We've got to give him a special mention. He managed to put that Ferrari on the front row, finding a bit of pace and a bit of form in the Ferrari. He said he was a bit more comfortable in it during qualifying. He said he had the feel back for the car. He said he hasn't had that for a while. He said, I hope that feel remains for the race. We'll have to see. Kieran City fans in the house. Been looking forward to this all weekend. Hell yeah. What a weekend of sport if you're a sports fan. Wimbledon, World Cup, Formula One. It's all going on. Yeah, Robin Foster, I think he's right. It's an uphill battle for Lewis today, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Lewis. I mean, look, he's got the crowd behind him. He's got 9 race wins here. He was pole in sprint qualifying. It's a track he knows better than anyone else. It's his house. Can he find something? And like he said, it's a mistake. It's a mistake from Kimi. Kimi's not, you know, devoid of any mistakes, is he? I mean, he's a young driver. He does make mistakes. Look at him in the first 10 laps in the Austrian Grand Prix. He was freaking wild. That cost him. That cost him dearly. Could we see an overzealous Kimi Antonelli at the start of this, if he's getting challenged by Leclerc and Hamilton and George Russell? The key thing for Hamilton is stay within a second. He's got to stay within a second of Kimi Antonelli so he has the overtake available to him. If he does that in the first few laps, we could see some jostling up at the front. Anderson Armstrong's in the house. Got to go out for a shop, out of beer. Get your beers in. You've got 23 minutes until lights out. So nip to the shop, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and Ram, good point. Front left tyre wear is the problem here at Silverstone. You got to protect that front left. Aston Martin finally won a race, I heard. Was it the Lego race? Was it the Lego race? Old Guy Chat says, hi everyone. Here's hoping Lewis horses don't forget how to charge. Absolutely. Oh, F1 Engineer says, am I right in thinking that Ferrari is the only team that has not had a DNF through mechanical? Yeah. Yeah, you are right in that. We've had a Leclerc complaining about his brakes, which is why he put it in the wall multiple times, because his brakes apparently were awful. Yeah, Harry Brown, Horner's in the paddock. He's looking very swish. I saw him arrive. He gave us a wave. He said, hello, F1 Grandstand. He's a big fan of the channel. He's probably got this on right now as his F1 companion while he's at the circuit. He should do. We've done enough videos on him. He should actually, you know, he should follow his own story on F1 Grandstand. Nicholas Page. Got a six-pack. Got a six-pack next to him right now. Exactly. You got to settle in. Muncher, here we go, Kimi. Audi's getting points, Nicholas says. Look, well, as you know, Pierre Gasly did get a grid penalty. So now your Audis, if you're an Audi fan, starting P11 and P12. Bortoletto P11, Hulkenberg P12. Just directly behind Lawson and Lindblad. Lindblad, P9. Out-qualified his teammate, Liam Lawson. I told you, Lindblad is basically my pick for potential driver of the weekend. And so far, he's doing very, very well. He's qualified P9, faster than his teammate. So good, so far, so good for Arvid. Then we've got Piastri P8, not really working out for him too well this weekend. Verstappen could only manage a P7. We'll talk about him in just a second. P6 for Lando Norris. The McLaren struggling. Lando Norris probably disappointing his fans in the Lando Norris stand. You know, only P6 at the moment for the McLaren. But then Isaac Hadjar. Fantastic performance from him to put that Red Bull P5 when Max Verstappen could only put it P7. Max Verstappen unhappy on his team radio. Basically blanked his race engineers. Jean-Pierre says, you know, he said something on the radio which was along the lines of, well done, mate. Nothing. Max doesn't respond. Laurent Marquez comes on the radio at the end of qualifying and says, I'm so sorry. And Max just, you couldn't hear what he said. It was just mumbles. Max, not happy. Not happy at all. And Isaac Hadjar, you know, you got to say, same equipment. He qualified P5. So whatever Max is saying is wrong with his car, well, if you're in front of Isaac Hadjar, maybe. But Hadjar beat you yesterday, fair and square. Straight up. P5 for Hadjar. George Russell P4. He doesn't know where he's going wrong. He does not know where the time is on the lap. That is the worst situation for a driver. He does not know why his qualifying lap was a 1:28.481 and Kimi Antonelli yet again was over 3/10 quicker than him. Kimi Antonelli put it on pole with a 1:28.111 and the Game Cat predicted it. The Game Cat, hope you're in, hope you're watching, because unbelievably the Game Cat managed to predict the fastest, the pole time to 3 decimal places. The first time anyone's ever done it. The Game Cat, everybody. Legend. First one to do it. We are going to play the same game today. Fastest lap in the race and see if anyone can actually predict it. And so, okay, so George Russell doesn't know where the 3/10 is coming from. He's gone through his lap. He's unsure where he's losing time. And that's the worst place for a driver. At least if he knows it's an entrance or an exit of a corner, you know, you can fix it. But when you're just sort of looking at your lap going, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know how I could have been, you know, it's a difficult time for George. Let's see what he can do. See how he responds. Lewis Hamilton, P3. He was 2/10 lower than Charles. Oh, Horner's on there. Horner's on the grid. Brundle's asking him questions. Brundle just said to Horner, back on the grid for 27. He goes, you never know. At the moment, I'm just taking it easy. He didn't say no, did he? He's not going to tell everyone, though, is he? If he's in negotiations with Aston Martin, we did a video on it this week. We know that there was some SOS call that went out from Lawrence Stroll to Christian Horner to open those talks again after Christian Horner and Papa Stroll couldn't strike a deal last time, earlier, 3 months ago. Apparently, it was all looking good, and then Papa Stroll... Well, the deal fell apart at the 11th hour. Now Aston Martin are a complete and utter SH1T show. Terrible. SOS calls went out to Horner last week. Is it too late? Has Horner got other things in the fire? I don't know. Maybe. We saw him with BYD and Stella Lee. Potentially talking about the Chinese entrant to the Formula 1 grid. But, you know, he didn't give anything away then, Horner. Didn't give anything away. Yeah, didn't give too much away. But Martin Brundle, fair play, did ask the question. Back on the grid. Back on the grid in 27, Christian. And he went, I'm just enjoying having some time off. So I think he didn't say no. I think he knows he's back on the grid. Hugh Grant on the grid now. Saying he's a big Ferrari fan. I bet you are, Hugh. Cal Coolett says, regarding Horner, my tin hat conspiracy sees Horner coming in with BYD next season and Max driving for them. Wow. I think it'd be Aston. If I had to pick right now today with the current information that I've seen and reported to you guys, if I had to choose where Horner will be next season, it's Aston Martin now. Yes, Ashwin Singh, I see you. Yeah, Jean-Claude Beaver says he'll be Aston 27. I'm in the Aston camp. National anthem. She did a good job. Lovely, lovely. National anthem there. Lovely, nicely sung. Now let's freaking get on with it. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's get the energy up in this house. Lap 1. I love lap 1, don't you? For me, Scott said if BYD is treated the same as Andretti Cadillac were treated, they won't be on the grid for 2 or 3 years. Max Verstappen not wanting to speak to the Sky Italia reporter there. He wasn't saying much about his chances. He was asked, do you think it's going to be a complicated race for you? He said yes. I think it's going to be complicated for him. Coming from P7, but this is Max Verstappen. Maybe they found, because you've got to remember it's a sprint race weekend. So from sprint qualifying to including the sprint race, there's no setup changes. You can't do anything, part firme conditions. Then they get a little bit of time to tweak the setups. Did they get it right for qualifying? Obviously not. And now the car, again, part firming conditions. Chef says, if Hugh Grant going to wave the checkered flag. Maybe. It might be him. Is he the biggest celebrity there? You know we normally choose the biggest celebrity there, don't we? Yes, Hooks on Classics. I see you. Yes. Maybe stick with F1 commentating. I'm going to release an album. I'm going to do a Christmas song. I'm going to do a Christmas song. I'm going to write one. Jean-Claude Beaver's in with a prediction. Kimi, George, Lewis as his race podium. Chef says I vote for Rowan Atkinson. Is he there? Rowan's a massive petrol head, you know. He had a McLaren F1. Crashed it. He'd got it repaired. But yeah, I met him once. Dr. Fartman, MD, I see you. How long till race start? We do have 13 minutes. Just 13 minutes. And the Macarena, that's coming. I'm gonna do a special Macarena tribute song. I don't know if you see the Ollie Behrman video I put out earlier. It was on in the, you know how we're doing, or I'm doing driver market news playlist on the channel, F1 driver market news, obviously titled in a genius way. But a video went out today. Ollie Behrman, we were discussing Ollie Behrman's options now. It's been revealed that Lewis Hamilton's going to be at Ferrari until the end of 28. Leclerc's obviously just signed his new contract, so no room at the inn at Ferrari for Behrman. But looking at some of the comments that came out yesterday from David Crofts, where he basically said, well, there could be a new suitor for Behrman. And then Button and Brundle were also saying that now's the time that he needs to be thinking about his future. Now's the time that he should be trying to get his management to maybe find him another drive. If you haven't seen that video yet, you do want to watch that. Yes, Damon Swoops, I see you. And it's go, go, go for the British Grand Prix. Exactly, Ramaram. I might use that today. I might use that when we start. In honour of the great Murray Walker. Abso-freaking-lutely. Calculate somebody get Toto on the phone and tell him to hit the button on both the Mercs at the start. Well, the kill switch. Toto's kill switch. Boo! Who's he going to pick today? But we are doing the same game as yesterday. Rob SAFC in the house. I'm watching on Sky Sports. I've got Sky Sports coverage today. That's what I've got on. I always watch it on Sky Sports. But I know there's coverage on terrestrial TV in the UK today. Damon Suit says, hammer time! Yeah, I think it is. Mingsy, come find your stream. I had to look for it manually on your channel. Something's up with the algorithm. Mingsy, well, you're in now. I'm glad you found us. That's weird. You should have got a notification. Yeah, it's going to be a big day today. Big freaking day. Where's our data, actually? Our data not coming through yet. No data yet. Slightly concerning. Waiting for the data to populate so we can... I can take you around the track. What is going on? Give it a little refresh. Let's see if we've... all the other data. Why is this? Where's our data? We should be getting it by now. Let's just double check something. Slightly concerned about this. Where is my data? This must just be a delay coming out from Silverstone. Yeah, I don't think we need to panic yet. But we are due this data. Keep an eye on it. Yes, Giuseppe's in the house. BTM said it's a rough day today. Had to reinstall a file converter program this AM and lost 40 or so files. No, that's not fun. I think Chris for music, I think watching the commercials is great for the channel. Great for the channel. I'm guessing somebody at Silverstone is panicking at the moment. Trying to get our data through. We've got track limits, got race control. Somebody needs to push the button. Race control, track limits, radio messages. Okay. Come on, Silverstone. Where's our freaking data? So we are going to play our little predictions game, as we always do. Fastest lap to 3 decimal places. Next in the wall. Yeah, we're gonna have radio messages as they come in. There's no radio messages coming through just yet though. So next in the wall, who's going to bin the car? Doesn't have to be in the wall. Who's going to beach it? Who's going to break it? That's our next in the wall game. Fastest lap predictions to 3 decimal places. The Game Cat got it absolutely right yesterday in qualifying for the pole time. Managed to predict it to 3 decimal places. Remarkable stuff. But he did. So we're starting in 3 minutes. Oh, slightly concerned. I may have to reboot this. Right, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to... What is going on here? Why is this? We're about to start and we don't have any data coming through. We'll have to wing it. That's such a shame. What? I honestly don't know why that is the case. I've refreshed it. Formation lap. Unbelievable. Maybe it'll just suddenly refresh itself and start coming through before the start of the race. But we're cutting it fine. We are cutting this very fine. So no one's got the data. What the hell? Obviously a problem at Silverstone. Ha! Just that. You can do it! That's your showbiz background. Who needs data? Hey, we can still make it exciting. I've got the data on the telly. I've got their data. So, I'm expecting that data will start coming through after the race starts. Obviously. It's going to happen. Yeah, the Game Cat's in the house. The only person ever to predict a session fastest lap time, predicted the pole time to 3 decimal places. The Game Cat. Yeah, I know. This is going to be this is going to be a winging it session. Let me tell you. I think it'll come through. I think whatever problem they've got, it's going to be for everybody, and I'm pretty sure that someone at Silverstone is working out their servers to make sure that data does come out. Fernando Alonso stopped out on track already. That's a oh no, he's gone. No, he's moving now. Alonso was stopped turn 10. Yeah, it's absolutely just not giving me anything. Does he? Someone else, other people have got data. Here we go. Revs up, lights on. It's a clean start from Leclerc. Leclerc's got in front of Kimi Antonelli. Lewis Hamilton on the outside of Kimi. That's both Ferraris. P1, P2. Leclerc running out in front. Hamilton P2. Antonelli P3. We've got George Russell P4. Max Verstappen. Isaac Hadjar P5. Verstappen up to P6 behind his Red Bull teammate. Hadjar, though, is all over the gearbox of George Russell right now. George Russell all over the gearbox of Kimi Antonelli. Puts a move on Kimi Antonelli. Wheel to wheel. George Russell trying to put a move on Antonelli. Is he going to make it stick? No. Kimi Antonelli closes the door. Oh, there's been an accident. There's been an off yellow flag already. One of the Hasses I saw was involved in it. That's all I could see. Was it Behrman? Was it Ocon? I'm not sure who's out. But Ferrari out in front right now. Leclerc from Hamilton, from Antonelli, from Russell, from Hadjar. And then we have Verstappen. 2 by 2 by 2. 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls. Piastri says, I think I've damage. So into Vale. Leclerc from Hamilton, from Antonelli, from Russell, from Hadjar, from Verstappen. Then we've got the Williams of Lando Norris. Hadjar trying to challenge George Russell there. Russell closes the door, but Hadjar is all over the gearbox of Russell. Piastri says we've got front damage. Needs the box. So, big problem for Piastri. He's already down to 20th place. Another yellow flag being waved, but no. So, Leclerc is the leader from Hamilton by 0.6 seconds. Antonelli's 1.4 seconds back. Russell, 2.6 seconds back from Leclerc. But 1 second down from Antonelli. Then we've got Isaac Hadjar all over the gearbox of George Russell, then Verstappen, then Norris, then Lawson, then Lindblad. Sainz up to P10 in the Williams. Bortoletto, Ocon, Gasly, Colapinto, Perez, Bottas, Stroll, Behrman, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Piastri and Albon. That is your current running order at the British Grand Prix. Both Ferraris out in front. Leclerc's pulled out almost a second gap now over Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen. Was that team orders? I think it was. Verstappen ordered, Red Bull ordering Hadjar to yield. But then Hadjar challenging Verstappen again. He's all over the gearbox of Verstappen. Maybe it wasn't a team order. Maybe it's purely a deployment thing. But Hadjar all over the gearbox of Max Verstappen. It did look as though he let him through. But Leclerc and the Ferraris are out in front. P1 Leclerc, P2 Hamilton. It really is 2 by 2 by 2 for the top 6. Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull. The only change really is that Verstappen passed Hadjar. But George Russell's got a 1.7 second gap between him and Verstappen. Hadjar just 0.3 seconds though behind Verstappen. He's all over the gearbox. And if that was an order from the team for Hadjar to let Max through, I actually think that's a little unfair. Hadjar did out-qualify Verstappen. He was a quicker car in qualifying. Why force him to let Verstappen through? It's a little unfair if you ask me. Gisette saying, go Max, go. I mean, Max is making his way through the team. Max must be on. I wonder if there was a team order for Hadjar to move over for Max because Max was quicker, but I'm not sure that's the case. Lap 4. 2 Ferraris out in front. Mercedes 3 and 4, Verstappen 5, Hadjar 6, Norris 7, Lawson in front of Lindblad. He's passed his teammate now, P8, P9 for Lindblad, and Carlos Sainz is P10. I'm trying to see if there's any way of solving this issue we've got here today as well. I honestly have no idea why we are struggling today. How is this happening? I'm going to try one thing. It's quite extreme. You're going to lose me for a couple of seconds. I do want to see if I can fix this for everybody. Don't go anywhere. Right. This is what I'm going to try. I'm going for a restart. It's going to go black for about one minute, but then we're coming back, okay? Bear with me. Okay, so we've reset everything. If you can see me, we're back. Let's see if this has worked for us. No. Why? I don't know. Why? Honestly, I have no idea. I need a technical person on this channel. I'm a genius. Yes. Ah, brilliant. Right. Okay. Let's freaking go. Okay. First step done. We've got timings. We've got data. Wow. That was an issue. Okay. All right. One problem solved. All righty then. Right. One thing down. What's next? Okay. We might have a track, but we do have all the other data. Leclerc, P1. Lap 11. Get excited. Leclerc, 4.2 seconds out of Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli has just passed Lewis Hamilton on track for P2. Hamilton, P3. Russell, P4. Verstappen still out in front of Hadjar. P5, P6. Honestly, I'm like the Aston Martin of broadcasters today. Right, let me take you around the screen. So what have we got? All the drivers. Difference in position they've made. The type of tyre they're on. The age of the tyre. Last lap, best lap. The gap between first and whichever driver you're looking at. Interval between each of the drivers. Sector 1, Sector 2 and Sector 3. Let's freaking go. Now, the only thing I would like to get back up, honestly, is the track. Let's just see if I can do that. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we're back up full. I think we're back up to 100%. Give me 2 seconds and we will have everything. Your track will be back on the screen. Well, that was fun. There we go. Wow. All right. Back in the room. Only took us 10 laps to get it sorted. Leclerc, P1. Antonelli, P2. Hamilton, P3. So Antonelli down 1 place. Leclerc up 1 place. Ferrari. Leclerc's doing very well. He's got a 4.3 second lead now over Antonelli. So Hamilton, it's all about battery management at the moment. Struggling with battery management. Got some super chats in. Gisette, you can do it, TC. That's showbiz background. We got there in the end. It only took me about 10 laps. Technology is great until it doesn't work. Also, I think this is also regarding the racing. Shame that they should be able to floor it, not harvest it. I agree. Especially this track. This track's all about flooring it. We don't want to be worried about battery management at Silverstone. Charles Lewis experience showing 1 tyre stop, 2. Yeah, one stop strategy is the one today. Gisette. The one-stop strategy is definitely the one today. Go back to real engines, Gisette says. So unfair that these cars put, and then the one with more engines can go and get ahead. I agree with you. Love it. Max cursing due to downshifts. I mean, listen, Verstappen is only running P5 because Hadjar let him past. Because he was ordered to do so. Right, I'm caught up. We're good. What a wild start to this watch along. But we are back in the room now. Right, lap 14 of 52. Leclerc doing a great job here. 4.3 seconds out in the clean air in front of Antonelli. Hamilton staying, it's just about staying within a second of Antonelli. Verstappen and Russell is the next battle on track. Verstappen really is closed in on George Russell. He's going to be trying to challenge for P4. Audi are in the points at the moment. Bortoletto running P10. Hulkenberg's down P15. Hadjar, 8/10 in front of Lando Norris. What's Hamilton being investigated for? I missed it when I was messing around with trying to sort my data out. Rod F1 fan says, I'm beginning to feel like V8 supercars would be faster in some of these corners. Yeah, it'll be less of a problem next year, won't it, with the battery management? Less of a problem next year because we're going down to 42% of the power unit relying on the battery. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it should make a difference. Oh, Ram, he's got a penalty for a jump start. Really? I need to see what that... Yeah. Under investigation, false start, moving before signal. Oh, no. Hamilton, that's not looking too great. So we're waiting to find out, actually, whether there's going to be any further action on Lewis Hamilton for jumping the start. I mean, Leclerc's looking good here, you know. Lap 15, 4.4 second lead. This could be Leclerc's redemption that we're seeing right now. This could be Leclerc really getting to grips with the car. Lindblad says, can you tell him to hurry up? He's running behind Lawson, and he's saying that he is faster than Liam Lawson. And that's P9 and P8. So Arvid Lindblad saying, tell Lawson to get the hurry up on. Oh, Rob says he's already been given the penalty. Has he? He's been awarded the penalty. I've got it as under investigation on the race control messages here. Yeah, the race control messages I've got are not that, as you're about to find out. I'll show you when I've actually... Wow, is that so small? Yeah, so we... So yeah, you're right. It has been given a 5-second penalty. What is going on with... Oh, do you know what? I'm giving up with that. Yeah, he has to serve his 5-second penalty. You're right. I'm hearing it from Martin Brundle right now. Charles is growing up due to Lewis, and he'll become a world driver champion before his contract is up. Listen, I think you're right, Gisette. I think Charles Leclerc, if he's sensible, while he's working with Lewis Hamilton or in the same team as Lewis, he should be like a sponge. Oh, we have got Verstappen all over the gearbox of George Russell. I thought he was going to put a move on him then. Yeah, Charles Leclerc is going to be a better driver for it, having Lewis Hamilton as a teammate. I mean, he's younger than Lewis. He's going to be at Ferrari a lot longer than you at Lewis. He will be a world driver champion, probably in a Ferrari. Oh, there it is. Wow, Max Verstappen almost into the back of George Russell. George Russell just had no battery. Verstappen's passed George Russell for P4. All about battery deployment on this track. Verstappen waited. Oh, but Russell's coming back now. You can see he's got more power. He's definitely got more battery. He's catching Verstappen again. It's all about deployment here at Silverstone. And Russell, he's going to put a move on Verstappen right now. Wow, Verstappen shut that door and Russell almost went into the back of Verstappen, but he might make it. Verstappen's into the pits. Lap 18, Verstappen into the pits. I mean, Verstappen did defend very aggressively there. I don't think he did anything wrong, but it was super aggressive. CJ thinks Lewis should go on the softs, serve his penalty and do a 2-stop. Yeah, I think everyone's on a 1-stop here. Fire, Max. He's doing well here, you know. Decent pits. Well, it was a pit stop of 2.6 seconds for Max Verstappen. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, but Russell still to pit. That's who he's racing really at the moment. But when Hamilton serves his 5-second penalty, he's going to be really running. Well, he's going to be running sort of P6. So Lindblad's still struggling to get past Liam Lawson. He's asking the team to get Lawson to put his foot down. Leclerc's looking good though. Gisette says, what is that mystery party mode on Mercedes? Well, their party mode is only supposed to be for qualifying, isn't it? Which is interesting because Leclerc is holding a solid over 4 second gap between him and Antonelli. I mean, Hamilton's 4.5 seconds behind Antonelli. And Russell's 4 seconds behind him. So everyone's really driving around in some clean air at the minute for your top 4. Yeah. On Sky Sports, they're talking about something I was thinking as well. Max Verstappen's the first to pit onto the hard tyres. It's a long stint that for a 1-stop. I mean, it's possible. Of course it is. But it is a long stint to go from lap 18. Max could be doing a 2-stop here, which is actually, I forget who suggested it, suggested that maybe Lewis Hamilton should consider doing that. So the pit window, 24 to 35 laps. Hadjar's coming into the pits now. Lap 20. I mean, I think Max could take those hard tyres to the end. I mean, Hamilton's going to be on a 1-stopper for sure. Bortoleto holding steady, P10. Yeah, I mean, how far behind Lindblad is Bortoleto? 4 seconds behind Lindblad now. I think the real fight that we're seeing here is Verstappen versus Russell and Antonelli Leclerc. I think those are the key battles that are actually happening at the moment. Hadjar, Bortoleto managed to keep Hadjar behind him. Hadjar rejoining the race circuit from the pit lane. Bortoleto just managed to get the Audi in front of him. So I don't think Hadjar will be too pleased about that. Hadjar looking to clear the Audi here, but Bortoleto does not have to make it easy for him, and he has shut the door on Isaac Hadjar. Exactly right. Nothing wrong with that at all, Bortoleto. He's here to race. Hadjar does need to find his moment, though, because it is costing him, but looks like he's doing it now. He's made that move stick. Hadjar past the Audi of Bortoleto now, up to P9. Bortoleto still to pit, obviously. The majority of these drivers will be on a one-stop strategy. Nicholas Page says, I feel Lindblad will be next in the wall due to frustration with Lawson. Well, I think he is frustrated right now. I'm not sure he's right, though. I'm not sure how much Lawson is actually holding him up. I'd say these Racing Bulls, both cars are very equally matched in pace. But Lindblad did out-qualify Lawson. I think Lindblad's a little bit frustrated from Austria, where I think he felt that the team orders went against him slightly. Yeah, Piastri's on the hard tyres because he pitted already. He had a problem with the car. He was one of the first to come in and pit. Yes, Summer, thank you. You wouldn't be saying it was great content if you were watching from lap 1 to lap 10. We didn't have any data. We had an issue. I didn't have any data. So everyone just got to watch me trying to mess with it, trying to fix it, which I did, luckily. But what a freaking nightmare. I did a Williams. I'm literally the Williams of watch-alongs today. Completely failures for the first 10 laps. But we're back in it now. Antonelli making ground on Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc just 3.5 seconds now ahead of Antonelli. Antonelli is gaining ground. Russell, 3.6 seconds behind Hamilton now. So the battles you're going to see in this race, it's going to be Leclerc, Antonelli for P1. And then we're going to see Verstappen and Russell fighting it out. Hamilton, with his 5-second penalty, he needs to get a 5-second gap between him and Russell. Then he'll be in the fight with Russell and Verstappen. Can he pull out a 5-second gap? Virtual safety car. This is now, everyone's going to pit now. Lap 22. This is the time to take your pit stop. A little earlier than advertised. You're just about in the pit window. It's an umbrella. It's an umbrella that caused the VSC. So, it's going to be a very short VSC. You'd have to be right on the pit lane now to get the benefit of this VSC because it's going to end almost immediately. Ocon, slight benefit there, but the VSC wasn't because of an accident, wasn't because of anything serious. It was an umbrella that floated out like Mary Poppins onto the track. Oh, actually, Hamilton has managed to pull out a 5-second gap. Hamilton, if I was Hamilton, I'd come and serve my penalty now. I'd get my tyres now, Hamilton. You've got a 5-second gap between you and Russell. Serve your penalty, take your pit stop. Russell's going to have to do the same thing. You're going to be in the mix there with Russell and Verstappen. It would be the right thing. Hamilton's got plenty of understeer. The car won't turn in. Well, come and get your tyres, Hamilton. Hamilton has lost his tyres. Come and get the hards. Go at the end of the race. You got a 5-second delta now between you and Russell. That's good. That's good. At least you're going to be fighting for P3 after your penalty when Russell takes his pit stop. Plus, you'll be on fresh rubber. You'll be able to hopefully be able to pull out some time again. This is the time to pit. If you're watching Ferrari, get your strategy right. Bring Hamilton in now. This is it. Exactly, Maxine. This is the time to bring Hamilton in. He's got his 5-second delta between him and Russell. Let it go. As long as there's no virtual safety car or safety car comes out, this is the time to pit. You're only going to start losing time, track time to Russell. Russell will start to gain and you will lose valuable track time. Oscar Piastri making some moves up to P16. Lindblad fighting with Hadjar. Hadjar's all over the back of Lindblad. No team orders applicable here. But then Lindblad does not defend, in my opinion. He does let Hadjar go past. I don't think if he was driving any other car, that would have happened. Hamilton is coming in. They are watching F1 Grandstand at Ferrari. They're listening. They're listening. Hamilton's in. Russell's in. This is perfect. This is how you want to be. Hamilton, can he serve his 5-second pit penalty? And can he get out in front of Russell? It's going to be close. No, Russell pipped him. But Hamilton's on his gearbox and served his penalty. Decent. That was the right move. It was the right move. Ferrari listening to us for once. It was the right move. So Hamilton now, fresh rubber. Russell on fresh rubber. Hamilton just needs to stay within a second of Russell and fight. So we should see a fight now with Verstappen, Russell and Hamilton. All fairly close on track. Hamilton does have fresher rubber than Verstappen though, so maybe towards the end of this. Hamilton on the radio, outlap, critical, push the outlap, absolutely. Listen to Carlos Santi. Push, push, good bloody push. He should have come in a lap earlier there, to be fair. When I shouted, now, box, that's when they should have. They waited a lap too long. Maybe there's a delay on them watching F1 Grandstand. Jules Justin, Ferrari, can you freaking box Hamilton? Exactly. Gisette says, Hamilton said the tyres were good, but they firmly called him in. Yeah, they've got F1 Grandstand running in the garage. They're listening. Charles, though, is getting caught. 2.7 seconds now between him and Antonelli. I would say this is a good time for Charles now to come in and get some fresh rubber. Antonelli, 2.7 second delta. Antonelli is going to need to get some fresh rubber as well. Lap 25, it's a pretty good time to come pop them hards on because Leclerc's losing time to Antonelli, so don't lose any more time on track. Get that fresh rubber on. Let's go. And I'm look, what is going on with the data? There are data issues. I'm having Sky Sports issues. Being tested today, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real test. My favourite Grand Prix of the season. Lap 25. Let me give you a rundown of what's going on. Leclerc, not pitted yet. Antonelli, not pitted yet. P1, P2. Norris, not pitted yet. Verstappen has gone onto the hards. He was the first of the front runners to go onto the hards, running P4. Russell, now on the hards. As you can see from the data on the screen, we tell you how old Leclerc's coming to the pits right now. Right move. Has Antonelli stayed out on track? Antonelli stayed out on track for another lap. But Leclerc, right thing. Get that fresh rubber on. Antonelli out in the clean air. I'm knocking my glasses off. I don't think this is going to be a great situation for Antonelli because he was gaining on Leclerc by about half a second a lap. Leclerc's coming out on fresh rubber now. Antonelli yet to pit. Leclerc just needs to push now and he should retain track position when Antonelli comes in for his pit stop. Very exciting race this for Charles Leclerc. This could be a race win for him in the Ferrari. His first this season. But Hamilton on a little bit of damage limitation. But Hamilton is the fastest man on the circuit right now. Fastest in Sector 1 and his fastest lap is a 1:32.309. That's a second and a half quicker than Antonelli. He's staying on the gearbox of George Russell as well. Half a second quicker than George Russell. So Hamilton looking to challenge George, and he has served his 5-second penalty. Oh, yes, Gisette. We're at 17.2 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the time. Subscribe to the channel. Come and join us. I'd love to try and get... I want to try and get to 17.5 as soon as possible. Let's go. But we are on the up, Gisette. We're moving up. If you want to come be part of our community, you're very, very welcome here. Subscribe to the channel. Live news every day, 7:30 GMT. Obviously, we have the race watch-alongs as well. And we have breaking news throughout the day and driver market news. Everything you could possibly want on the channel. But it's not just about the content. It's the community. It's the community that makes it great. We've got the best F1 community on the internet. Whether you're brand new to Formula One or you're an OG and you've been following the sport for 50 years, everyone's welcome. Friendly place. And if that sounds like the type of place you want to hang out, come and join us. Subscribe to the channel and get in the chat and say where you are watching from. And everyone I see that's brand new, I'm going to shout out. CJ said they only told Lewis he had a 5-second penalty when he was in the pits. Yes, not Vinks. Let's get these likes on the stream. Let's go. Let's freaking go. We've got 100. Brilliant. Let's freaking go. It's going to be a good race. Leclerc Antonelli really is the race that's taking place. But then we've got Verstappen, Russell and Hamilton for 4th. Well, for 3rd, actually, because Norris is yet to pit. Antonelli says, don't let other people undercut me. What's he saying that for? Leclerc is on fresh rubber. He's telling the pit wall to keep an eye on the times. If Leclerc is going quicker, well then, they've got to bring Antonelli in. Why are they keeping him out there, actually? Gisette says, love Santi on the radio. Encouraging Lewis. Yeah, it's very freaking cool, isn't it? It is very cool. So Verstappen's going to be under pressure very soon from George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. I mean, you've got to bring Antonelli in. What are they thinking? Well, let's look at Leclerc's delta. Leclerc. He's lapping in the 132. Oh, actually, to be fair, Leclerc's last lap was a 132.9. He is gaining 7/10 a lap on Antonelli. Antonelli's last lap was a 133.6. Surely you want to bring him in. Because don't forget when Leclerc pitted, he was 2.7 seconds ahead of Antonelli. It's a mistake. Mercedes have dropped the ball here. Mercedes have dropped the ball here. They should have protected Antonelli. As soon as Leclerc came into pit, they should have brought Antonelli into pit. They've dropped the ball here. They should have defended. And now Leclerc is gaining on that Mercedes by at least half a second a lap. Half a second a lap, Leclerc is Antonelli still has to pit. So Leclerc is effectively your race leader. Ferrari looking good. Norris has come in for a pit stop. His first pit stop. That means Verstappen, Russell and Hamilton all gain places. Verstappen up to P3. What's the delta? Verstappen just half a second ahead of Russell. And this is good news because Verstappen's going to slow down Russell. Hamilton's all over the gearbox of George. Now we're getting some excitement between these three. Told you it was coming. Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton all competing for P3. Antonelli and Leclerc fighting out for P1. This is going to be very exciting now. Gisette says Charles needs to let out his evil twin Chad to win this race. Show us that you can be super quick too in a race, not just in qualification. Forza Ferrari! I think he's doing a good job, actually. He's doing his job. But Hamilton now, Yeah, Charles Leclerc doing exactly what he should be doing. Verstappen have no grip. Hamilton puts the move on George Russell. Round the outside. And he makes it stick. It's a great but George Russell's defending. Is he going to get... Oh, it's wheel to wheel. Hamilton shuts the door on George Russell. It's a great move from Lewis Hamilton. Up to P4 after serving his 5-second penalty. George Russell's coming back, though. He's managed to keep... George Russell, deployment there, taking the pace back from Hamilton. Even though Hamilton is the fastest man on the track at the moment. Excellent racing. We're going to see more of it. Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton are all going to be battling it out for P3. Verstappen on the older tyres. He's about 6 laps older than Hamilton's and George. George did the right thing. Hamilton comes into pit. George defends. It's the right move. Of course it was. Antonelli still out on track, losing time to Charles Leclerc. It's a crazy decision in my opinion. What are the Mercedes mechanics doing? Are they sat there having a chalk ice? Why aren't they bringing him in? It makes no sense. No sense at all for Kimi Antonelli to be losing time against Leclerc. Leclerc's just effectively pulling out a gap in the front. Antonelli's going to come in. It's going to cost him 21 seconds. Leclerc's now already only 14.6 seconds. That means Leclerc's effectively extended his lead from 2.7 to 6 seconds. All because Mercedes aren't bringing Antonelli in. What are they thinking? Good news for Leclerc, though. I honestly don't know why they haven't brought him in. Justin, let's go racing. The racing is on now. You want to keep your eyes glued to this. Anything can happen between these three. Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton. There's nothing between them. Antonelli. Antonelli on the team radio. He's annoyed. They're not letting him come into pit. Antonelli on the team radio is actually... Why? He's furious about it. George Russell... Hamilton, Russell taking a look at each other all the time. Hamilton on the gearbox of Russell, but is this allowing Verstappen to pull out a gap? Hamilton he's got overtake mode. Wow. Hamilton round the outside. No, not this time. Nothing between them. Hamilton needs to be careful not to lose his front wing here. All over the gearbox of George Russell. George Russell driving very well, putting that Mercedes exactly where he needs to put it on track to make that car so wide. But Hamilton, it's going around the outside again. A brave move from the number 44 car, Lewis Hamilton. Up to P4. It's a beautiful move. Can he harvest enough energy to keep George Russell behind him moving forward, to keep that position, to make it stick? But George Russell, he does have the energy. He's got the overtake now. Hamilton couldn't defend and Russell takes a position back. Exciting racing for P4 between Russell and Hamilton. Turn 11, maggots. Can Hamilton do anything here? Stays with him though. Leclerc, though, look at Leclerc's time. Closing the gap between him and Antonelli. And Antonelli still on his first set of tyres with 20 laps left. They're obviously hoping that with the fresher rubber towards the end of the race, Antonelli will be able to take Leclerc on the fresh rubber. I don't know. It's going to be close. I don't think it was the right move from Mercedes to keep Antonelli out there. But the excitement is here now, well and truly the British Grand Prix. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We are your Formula One companion for the race weekend. You don't want to be anywhere else. Antonelli's done 31 laps on the medium. He needs to come... 6 laps too long, in my opinion. Leclerc, 6 laps on the hard. Verstappen done 14 laps on his set of hards. And you can tell his tyres have gone off a little bit. Sure, love watching TC moving left and right, pulling the pass moves. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's exciting. Cal Coolett says Mercedes looking for a safety car, but I think praying to the gods of Formula One gods of getting a safety car is not the way to win a race. I think if it happens, it's an uptick. It's a pure luck. They should be playing the odds. But we haven't had a safety car yet. We've had a tight. Oh, here we go. George Russell now on the gearbox of Max Verstappen, looking to find the passing move. I think he is. He's only 2/10 behind Verstappen. But this is good news for Hamilton. Whilst they're fighting together, while Russell is fighting Verstappen, Hamilton gaining on the both of them. Josette says, kiss our butts to all the haters who said that Lewis was washed up and needed to retire. Absolutely. Ferrari, just get him more power. Absolutely, Gisette. Bang on the nail, as always. Absolutely right. Hamilton, he ain't washed up. He's ready to fight, and he's fighting again to live another day. He just wants more power in that Ferrari. And he's served his 5-second penalty as well. He'd be safely running P3. I mean, actually, when Antonelli has lost so much time to everybody, that look at Charles Leclerc. He's now only 13.5 seconds behind Antonelli. If there is no safety car, Antonelli is effectively going to rejoin the race circuit. My guess will be 7 or 8 seconds behind Leclerc. Russell's got a puncher. Russell's got a slow puncher, but he's still putting the move on Verstappen wheel to wheel. But George Russell apparently has a puncher. What is he doing? I thought he had to come in and change his tyres. He's not going to do it. George Russell thinks he's going to continue driving with a slow puncher and challenge Max Verstappen. This is interesting. This is brave stuff from Russell. And now Kimi Antonelli in the soft tyre window. Absolutely, Russ Palmer. I see your super chat. But how slow is that puncher? If that tyre deflates to a certain PSI, he has to pit. Russell says, keep me posted. Oh, on the pressures. No, they're telling him to box. Russell said, keep me posted on the pressure. They're telling him to box. That means Hamilton up into P4. So it's going to be Hamilton fighting Verstappen for a podium. It's going to get juicy. Can Hamilton close down Verstappen? Hamilton on the newer tyres. It could be a very interesting battle between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen for P3 of this race. George Russell being told to box. The pressure is dropping. So that means Russell should be coming in this lap. It's going to cost him 20 seconds. Tragic for George Russell and his driver championship. Oh, he's catching Verstappen. He's trying to go past Verstappen again. He's wheel to wheel with Verstappen. Is he going to make it stick? He pushed Verstappen wide. Hamilton is the real beneficiary here. So he basically slowed down Verstappen, allowed Hamilton to catch him for no reason. He was coming in the pits anyway. There was no reason for Woody, George Russell, to put that move on Verstappen other than to just mess with him. Other than to just slow him down for Lewis Hamilton. George Russell playing team games, but for Ferrari, but for Lewis, because he hates Max. Absolutely mind-boggling way he tried to put a move on Verstappen there. There was no need for it. But it's good news for Hamilton. He's ordered the gearbox of Verstappen now. 0.4 seconds behind. This is the battle. This is the fight right now. Hamilton, Verstappen, two of the masters in the game, going wheel to wheel. We've seen it before. We're going to see it again right now at Silverstone. So are they going to put the softs on Antonelli's car to the end of this window, out to the end of this? I think they will. Hamilton 0.4 seconds behind Verstappen. This is the fight everyone wants to see. This is the fight everyone always wants to see. Antonelli, good pit stop, 2.4 seconds. He's going to rejoin behind... Where is he going to rejoin, actually? He's going to rejoin behind Leclerc in front of Verstappen. But what is going to be the new gap between Verstappen and Antonelli? It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Verstappen's still 17 seconds behind Antonelli. The fight for the front is now Antonelli. He's on the hards as well. So Antonelli is back out on the hards. What was the point of letting him lose all that lap time to Leclerc for so long? You think he's going to gain it back at the end of the Grand Prix? I get it. It makes for an exciting finish. But what if there's a problem? I don't know. Leclerc now 7.7 seconds between him, of daylight between him and Antonelli. Can Leclerc just keep driving around in his groove, in the clean air, while Antonelli is on the hunt, hunting his prey in red? Can he close that 7.4 second gap down? But the real battle on track right now is Hamilton versus Verstappen. George Russell dropped out of that fight because of a slow puncher, but he has rejoined the racetrack, P6. 7.4 seconds behind Norris. Can he hunt him down? I think the pace is in that Mercedes in the next 20 laps. Or I should say, less than 20, 16 laps. But Hamilton staying on the gearbox of Verstappen. Verstappen's tyres, are they going to go off? Are they going to drop off a little more? They should drop off before Hamilton's. They are 6 laps older. It depends whether Hamilton... You have an A10 lap tyre offset. This is looking good. They said to Antonelli, this is looking good. Antonelli is quicker than Leclerc. He's brought that gap down now, 7 to 6.8 seconds. Antonelli's last lap. I'll tell you in just a moment. 6.5 seconds now between Leclerc and Antonelli. Antonelli is closing that gap. 6.2 seconds now. Antonelli is fast. He's closing Leclerc down at a phenomenal rate. He's closed down 1.2 seconds already. Antonelli. So yes, the battle for first is coming. Will Leclerc have enough to fight off the challenge of Kimi Antonelli? It's going to take a hell of a drive. A hell of a drive. Hamilton still in contention. Still got overtake mode on the back of Verstappen by 0.6 seconds. Hamilton just needs to re-find his groove now. Yeah, game cap. Yeah, Antonelli is fast. Yes, Sashwan Silverasu. Hello. I see you in the chat. Welcome. If you're watching for the first time, do say hello. Get in the chat. Tell us where you want. Oh, Hamilton putting a move on Verstappen there, but close the door. It could be now, though. Hamilton edging it. Oh, it looks like he's going to try and make the move on the main straight. Hamilton on the gearbox of Verstappen. Does he have the power? No. Into Abbey. Are they going to keep fighting now? Lewis can't find it here. Trying to find the outside line. No, Verstappen knows exactly where to put that Red Bull. Shutting the door. Verstappen, 0.18 seconds. Hamilton looks like he's got overtake mode here, and he's done it. He threw him the dummy. He's round the outside. Hamilton makes it stick. He's up to third. Does Max Verstappen have a response? But does Hamilton have enough power now to put some clean air between him and Verstappen? 0.7 seconds, actually, between him and Verstappen. It looks like Hamilton has made it stick in the Ferrari. 0.5 seconds. I think, yellow flag. Hulkenberg. Wow. We've got a yellow flag. Car in an unsafe position. Are we going to see a safety flag, a safety car here? I mean, it's right on the entrance. He is out the way, but it's a yellow flag incident. Virtual safety car. Max is coming to pit. Of course he is. Of course Max is coming in to put a set of softs on under the VSC. It's exactly what Max should do. First to act. Red Bull, first to act. Should that have been a move by anyone else? Well, Hamilton's hard tyres should take him to the end of the race. Verstappen, as he chucked on some softs. So that's brought Verstappen back in to play here with a brand new set of tyres on. He's got a new set of mediums. Hadjar's in the pits. Still under a VSC. They told Leclerc to stay out on the hards. Antonelli's brought the gap down now to 4.2 seconds to Leclerc. Hamilton's running P3. 13 seconds behind him is Verstappen. Hamilton does not need to really change his tyres. He's the one pit stop strategy for Hamilton's going to work well. Can Verstappen find 14 seconds on with his fresh rubber in the next 13 laps? It was a cheap pit stop. He had to try, that's for sure. Max needs 1 second per lap. He's already down to 12 seconds now. 11 seconds for Verstappen. Kimi Antonelli, 5 seconds now behind Leclerc. Leclerc is your race leader. 12 laps remaining. I think it's going to be, there is going to be a fight for P1 at some point. But all Hamilton needs to do, find his groove. He's in clean air. P3 is the best Hamilton can hope for right now after serving his penalty. Verstappen, though, watch this space. Bortoletto running P10 in the out. Lawson still running P8 in the Racing Bulls, and Lindblad P9, best of the rest. Russell up to P5. Ahead of Lando Norris. Lance Stroll gets a 5-second time penalty. Track limits offence. Firecant says, after 5 laps, Lewis tyres will be dead. He is a tyre whisperer. He's done 16 laps now on the hard tyre. Gisette says Charles in fear that he can't hold Kimi off, according to what he said on the radio. They're keeping him out. Yeah, I mean, he did. He thought about it. He thought about jumping into it to get some fresh rubber on. His best chance of keeping Antonelli behind him, though, is to fight on track, I think. Hey, Sippo. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton's penalty was for false start. Got 5-second penalty. He served it now, though. He served it on track in his pit stop. So he truly is running P3 right now. Verstappen's gaining ground on him, though. Verstappen's now 9 seconds, actually. 9 seconds behind Hamilton. If you are watching for the first time, though, do subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already. Live Formula 1 news. We've got a live news show tonight. 7:30 GMT. We'll be doing a roundup of the Silverstone Grand Prix. Plus, we'll be doing any of the Formula 1 news from this weekend tonight. 7:30 GMT. Come and join us for that. And, of course, race weekend watch-alongs with the best at it, baby. Breaking news throughout the day. Driver market news. Everything you could want. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Do put a big thumbs up on the stream. Kimi Antonelli's got a problem. Something's broken on Kimi Antonelli's car. This is great news for Hamilton. This will be Ferrari 1-2. This will be an all Ferrari. This will be Ferrari P1, P2. All Leclerc's got to do now is tap it in. All Leclerc's got to do is tap, tap, tap it in. New nose cone for Antonelli. He's just falling down now. Is he going to be able to battle with Lewis Hamilton? Where's he coming out? Kimi Antonelli. Who's he going to be fighting? I think he's going to be fighting Max Verstappen. Verstappen up to P3. This is glorious news for Ferrari. Russell up to P3. Russell must be smiling from ear to ear to be out in front of his teammate running P4. There's always drama at Silverstone. 10 laps left. Leclerc, P1. Should there be some team orders now from Ferrari to allow Hamilton to take P1? So Antonelli now 7.5 seconds behind Russell. Antonelli's going to be furious. He's got a problem. He went straight on at that corner. Suspension's broken. Kimi Antonelli's suspension is broken. He can't finish the Grand Prix like that. It's dangerous. He can't turn the corners. This is good. This is bad news for Kimi Antonelli. I don't even think he can nurse the car home for the next 9 laps. It's going to be a DNF, I think, for Kimi Antonelli. There's nothing he can do. It's sadness, sad times. For Kimi Antonelli, what's he saying? I can try to keep going, he says. They think it's the left wheel shield on the left-hand side, not the suspension, but it is causing him problems. He is going to have to slow down. He's got to nurse the car home. Isaac Hadjar's gaining on him, more like he's only 3 seconds behind, and that's falling rapidly. Hadjar about to come past Kimi Antonelli. It makes the championship interesting, though. So Lewis Hamilton should Ferrari allow Hamilton to pass Leclerc purely for the sake of the championship? Should they give Hamilton those points? Should team orders kick in? I mean, Hamilton's 21 seconds behind Leclerc. 7 seconds now between him and Verstappen, actually. Verstappen hunting Lewis Hamilton down. Does he have enough in the locker? Hamilton. Sorry, Antonelli, that Mercedes looks dangerous. Antonelli showing willing to try and nurse the car home for the next 8 laps. Mercedes saying we can box the car. But can Antonelli just get 1 point out of it? I don't know. Antonelli's only 5 seconds ahead of Lawson. Antonelli's, they're going to try and box the car for Antonelli and remove the wheel shield so he can try and come out and score a point today. Oh, it's just such bad luck for Kimi Antonelli. George Russell smiling from ear to ear. The Ferrari boys are enjoying this. How often do you see Ferrari P1, P2? It's been a minute, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't it? Leclerc done a great job today. Hamilton, solid. He might have to battle with Max Verstappen, but Max Verstappen actually running 7.3 seconds behind. It's staying pretty consistent now. Maybe Max is going to struggle against George Russell. No, George Russell 5 seconds behind him. I think all the Ferrari boys have got to do is bring it home. Yeah, Leclerc has earned his win today. Not Vink says. I couldn't agree more. Leclerc has earned his win today. He's done a good job. He's done everything that was asked of him. I think Mercedes made some errors today coming with Kimi Antonelli. I think they should have pitted Kimi Antonelli almost immediately when Leclerc pitted. There was only 2.7 seconds between them on track. Leclerc was able to gain some valuable time. Yeah, I don't know. I think Mercedes may have dropped the ball today. Antonelli out in P10 after his pit stop. 13 seconds 11, no, let me just check. 13 seconds behind Bortoletto. It does. He's just got to bring it home now for 7 laps. But your race leader is in red. It's Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, nursing those tyres, nursing that car home. Hamilton with a brilliant drive, actually, with his penalty, his 5-second penalty. He's running P2, 7 laps. Verstappen is gaining ground. 6.6 seconds now behind Hamilton. We could see those two pretty close to each other before the end of this Grand Prix. George Russell running P4. Norris gifted a P5. No fire can. Please answer. Is Charles and Hamilton changing position? No. Leclerc is not going to change position with Hamilton. Hamilton, 21 seconds behind Leclerc. Leclerc is not slowing down. This will be Leclerc's first race win in red of the 26th season. Hamilton's already got one. Leclerc now do wonders for his confidence, give him a bit of momentum. But for the team, for Ferrari, to have P1 and P2 at the British Grand Prix, the birthplace of Formula One, it's not over yet. But it'll be great for the Ferrari team. If you're a Ferrari fan, you've got to be rubbing your hands together. It's a great day to be a Ferrari fan. It's a great day to be a Leclerc fan. It's a great day to be a Hamilton fan. They didn't have the true pace in qualifying. But as the way this race is balanced out today, I think Mercedes dropped the ball slightly. More failures mechanically. I think there's a 5-second penalty coming Kimi Antonelli's way. So the battle for second, under 7 seconds between Verstappen and Hamilton. I cannot see Verstappen closing that gap within 6 laps. I can see Antonelli getting a 5-second penalty, though. Oh, Gisette, Super Chat. Horner's memoir comes out October 2026. That's got to be worth a tenner of anybody's money, Gisette, hasn't it? Gisette also says, sorry, Kimi, but he's keeping on. But Forza Ferrari ain't over till it's over. Love F1. Such drama. We bring the drama, don't we? Doesn't Formula 1 bring the drama? And hopefully we at F1 Grandstand can bring the enthusiasm, bring the excitement. 5-second time penalty for Kimi Antonelli. That puts him out of the points for today. And Colapinto into the points. Colapinto ahead of Pierre Gasly. The Alpines running P11 and P12. That 5-second penalty for Antonelli puts him out of the points. Colapinto in the points. 5 laps left. 0 points for Kimi today. Russell will be happy about that. 4th. Good points for him. Hamilton scoring good points. It's a great day for the challengers. Even Verstappen to be up there on a podium is quite remarkable after the way that car looked in the sprint race. Kimi Antonelli's going to go for it. He's going to try and rescue a point. Can he pull out a 5-second gap between him and Colapinto with a car that's battered, bruised and broken? He might be able to do it. Antonelli's got to try and get these 5 seconds back in the next 5 laps. I don't know if he's... So Alexander Albon has retired. Yes, Gisette. Kimi's got a 5-second penalty. There's a yellow flag. Someone's off. Verstappen! Verstappen is off the track. He's out. It's a yellow flag. It should be a double yellow, actually. It's an accident. He's in the wall, Max Verstappen. He's in the gravel. He's beached it. Verstappen is out. Great news. Could this day get any better for George Russell? Safety car situation. This is phenomenal. Leclerc with a 21-second gap between him and Hamilton means 4 laps. Hamilton and Leclerc will be side by side at the race start. Russell will be in the mix as well. Wow, we have got an exciting end to this race. Max Verstappen's crash could have changed everything. Leclerc's boxing. Hamilton's got to surely come and box for some softs. You have to. Hamilton's got to box for some softs. Hadjar's boxing. 4 laps left. Chuck on some softs and go, go, go under the under the safety car. Leclerc did the right thing. Popped on the softs. He had a 25-second gap between him and Hamilton. But the safety car's out. Leclerc, it's the right move. Hamilton's near the coming around the pit lane now. Surely Hamilton's coming in. Of course he is. Ferrari do finally get the memo of what to do under a safety car conditions. What do you do? Pop on some fresh rubber. Leclerc, 2.5 second pit stop time. So it was Leclerc that pitted in red. I thought Hamilton had pitted. Right, so Hamilton's in the pit behind. I thought, who was I looking at in the red then? Weird. I'm lost. I could have swore that Leclerc had already pitted. Hamilton's in the pit now. I feel like I've time warped. I feel like I've just seen this. Deja vu. So Hamilton on soft, Leclerc on softs. This is great news for Antonelli, by the way. He's already on some fresh rubber. How's Russell coming for some fresh rubber? He didn't come in. George Russell didn't come in. So that's mean Leclerc's on fresh rubber. Russell now up to P2. He's chosen not to pit. Hamilton's going to attack him immediately on the softs. This is going to be a straight out shootout now between Leclerc, Russell and Hamilton. Verstappen, turn 15. Wow, what a weird accident for Hamilton, for Verstappen. That was a weird accident from Verstappen. Verstappen's going to be furious about this. He said, I'm stuck, mate. This car, unbelievable. And then he swore and said, I think he said, F this. And when he said F this, I mean F this to Red Bull. Get Zach Brown on the phone is what he's saying. Get Raymond Vermeulen. Get Piastri out of McLaren. Get me a seat in there. I am done with Red Bull. That's what I get from that comment. F this. Verstappen furious with this weekend. I think Verstappen's looking to move. I think this is all about building a story forward now for Verstappen to try and force that move to McLaren. Zach Brown, what are you going to do? You're going to take that call. You're going to make it happen. Is Piastri going to be moving the other way? It's all going to come out this week. There's going to be a lot of news tonight. 7:30 GMT. Don't you miss it. Make sure you've got your clock set. Live news, Formula 1 Grandstand, 7:30 GMT tonight. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Formula 1 race reaction from the British Grand Prix. We're going to be talking about what Verstappen's reaction is going to be, which is yet to be seen. 2 laps left. It's getting exciting, this, isn't it? Do smash a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We've got a lot still to come this weekend. Set your alarms for 7:30 tonight. We've got a lot to discuss. Gisette says, Max locked up. Something in the rear broke. It sucks. This effing car. And then he said, F this car. Yeah, this is Red Bull are gonna add no all the apologies in the world. I'm gonna change anything. Antonelli frustrated that the car was broken. Antonelli very frustrated with his race today, but he has moved up to P9. Couple of points is better than no points, Kimi. And Gemma says, and we thought it was going to be dull. It's never dull. F1 Grandstand. Hamilton, this is it. What has Hamilton got up his sleeve now? The last 3 laps, we're going to need to just take a second. This is going to come thick and fast. Calm. Composed. Are we ready? Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell fighting it out for that P1. The restart is everything. Leclerc has driven a glorious race up until this point. He's done nothing wrong. So Hamilton, is he being investigated again? I mean, George Russell got no luck with his puncher. He's had all the luck now, up to P2 in the Mercedes, whilst Antonelli's all the way down to P9. This is actually, Russell must be rubbing his hands together, thanking the F1 gods, doing a little dance, whatever he's doing at the altar of Formula One. George Russell has had such a result here. Such a result for Woody. It makes the champ... Strat for the next... He wants strategy for the next 2 laps. I need max power. That's the message from Lewis Hamilton to his pit wall. That's the message to Santi. Give me max power. I want it all. Give me the quali power, baby. Let's go. 2 laps left. He needs all of it. Yes, Skirmy's right. Team Lewis Hamilton, but no team orders, absolutely. Charles Leclerc deserves his win. And he's fought cleanly. He's done everything right. He deserves his win if he gets it. Hamilton's got to bring his A game. Gosh, there's going to be 1 racing lap to get it done. Even Hamilton. I mean, it's magic. Safety cars, there's going to be 1 racing lap. Max Verstappen making his way back to the pits on foot there. Furious with his weekend. Furious with Red Bull, the car they've given him. But Hadjar's running a pretty respectable P5 for him. Oh, Lewis has a flag infringement, TC. It's not clear cut. Yeah, I was just seeing that. Did he lift enough? Does it show in the data that he lifted enough under the yellow flag? I just don't know. Well, thank you, Cal. I just don't know what the situation is on that one just yet. It's noted. 1 lap of racing. Charles Leclerc's heart's going to be racing. George Russell is going to be smiling away with what's happened to Kimi Antonelli, but looking for a win now. Hamilton looking for something absolutely godly to move from P3 to P1 within a lap. Can he do it? He's waiting for a result from race control as well. Safety car ending. Get ready. 1 lap of racing. 3.6 miles to change your life if you're Charles Leclerc to get that first win this year. For George Russell to make it right to get a P1. For Lewis Hamilton to do something absolutely remarkable that's never been done before, which would be 10 wins at a race circuit by any one driver at any one circuit. The Tifosi are happy with what's happening. 2 Ferraris in the podium at the moment, but will it be 1 and 3? Will it be 1, 2? We just don't know. Kazaka's in the house. I see you. Here we go. 1 lap of racing. Final lap. What? What? They're finishing the race under a safety car. They're not allowing him to race. He didn't come in. What? What? That means Lewis Hamilton finishes P3. George Russell is the luckiest MF of everyone today. But Charles Leclerc gets a deserved win. I think he drove very well. But we've been robbed. We've been robbed of the most exciting finish to a British Grand Prix that we ever could have had. Finishing, taking the checkered flag under a safety car is literally boo. What was the reason? So Leclerc takes 25 points. Russell takes 18 points. Hamilton, 15 points. If Hamilton hadn't have pitted for fresh rubber, which is what he should have done under a safety car, Russell has now managed to leapfrog and get P2. It's cost him 3 points. Absolute crazy. No, boxing Lewis was the right thing to do, Justin. It's whatever this bollocks is of why they can't finish. Why did you let him race for one lap? What was the problem? What a wet, damp squid ending to a what could have been a glorious ending to the British Grand Prix. I mean, listen, not to take anything away, Charles Leclerc ran a great race. Hamilton, a lot of adversity with his penalty, but to finish on the podium after getting that penalty, I think he'd be okay with it. He would have preferred P2 if he hadn't come in and pitted for that fresh rubber. George Russell, though, the luckiest guy in Formula One today to get P2. Hard to get excited about that. Norris, P4, Hadjar, P5. Lawson, great result for Lawson, P6 in the Racing Bull. Lindblad will be happy with P7. Bortoletto, Audi getting P8. Good point scored by him. Alpine will be happy. Point scored for Colapinto and Gasly, P9, P10. Piastri couldn't get a point today, P11. Carlos Sainz, P12. Behrman, 13. Ocon, 14. Perez, 15. Antonelli, 16. Bottas, 17. Alonso, 18. Stroll, 19. Oh, they should have let him race. Why didn't you let him race? Just for one lap. Leclerc saying he'd have liked to have raced at the end as well. Happy for his win, but he would have liked to have raced at the end. What a wet ending. Well, do you know what? We've got Formula One news coming up later on today. 7:30 GMT tonight. We're going to be talking about all of this. I'm going to see get a little bit of reaction before we go anywhere. But yes, Formula One news tonight, 7:30 GMT. We're going to discuss it all as a community, plus the F1 news. We're going to get reaction. We're going to see what Max Verstappen had to say about this. Bike Speedster says, Toto put the call into the FIA. It's a shit ending. You're right. Crap ending. George Russell saying frustrating weekend. No shit, Sherlock, it was. But you're the luckiest man in F1 today, George. You complain about your luck, but seriously, George Russell, the luckiest man in Formula One today. Yeah, there's a lot of boos. I can see all the boos. I know. Boo, FIA. I don't even know what the explanation is. We're going to find out. Listen, guys, I'm so sorry about the British Grand Prix ending like that. We're going to make up for it. We're going to discuss it all tonight at 7:30 GMT. We're going to discuss race reaction to this. We're going to talk about the race, but we're also going to do the Formula One news. I've got some good news stories for you tonight as well. Yeah, Reese Cup's throwing tomatoes at the FIA. I mean, we were robbed. As fans, we were robbed an ending that could have been so exciting, weren't we? Just one lap of pure racing. Bloody annoying. So we need to understand what's happening during the yellow flag incident with Lewis Hamilton. That investigation is going on. Could Lewis lose his podium? He potentially could. Yeah, official Mr. Edit said, red flag, then 5 entertaining laps of racing. Lewis might get a 5-second penalty. I know. They haven't decided yet, have they? I tell you what, I agree with Gemma on that. If I was at Silverstone today and I'd been, and that was my ending, I'd be so annoyed. You spend all this money on your ticket. I'm gutted for the fans. I'm gutted that that's the way it finishes today for the British Grand Prix. I'm gutted for the fans. Yes, malarkey, Reese Cup. I could have said it better myself. Absolute malarkey. Frustrating, isn't it? But I'm not taking anything away from Leclerc. Look, he drove a great race, did everything was asked of him. A return to form. He out-qualified, he put it on the front row. He deserves a win, even though it was under a safety car. Even Leclerc wanted to finish under race conditions. But yeah, it's a bit of a clown show, this. I don't know yet what the reasoning is as to why they had to finish under the safety car. Is it anything I'd agree with? Probably not. But nothing from race control yet. They're investigating Lewis Hamilton. Anderson says once Hamilton pitted, they stopped the race. Well, effectively, when Hamilton came in for his soft tyre, we didn't see any more racing, did we? Yeah, horrible way bike speed. So you're right. Horrible way to end this weekend. Yeah. Not Vink said they could have just stopped the race when Ham pitted. Yeah, I mean, Hamilton, if he didn't pit and he just stayed in P2, he would have been in P2, right? But he did the right thing. They had to come in for the soft tyre because who would have ever thought that the FIA would not restart the race? Frustrating. Well, we're good. Listen, I'm gonna watch some race reaction. And then tonight, don't worry, we're going to put on a good show tonight, 7:30 GMT, Formula One news. We're going to cover all of it. We're going to talk about it all. I'm going to put together a great show for you tonight, loads of energy, and we'll make up for this damp squid of an ending. But listen, thank you so much to everybody, Gisette, Cal Coolit, Reese Cup, and everyone else for your super chats. Thank you to everybody who's been in the chat and joined me for the race watch along. So sorry about the data problem for the first 10 laps. I think I know what it is. It won't happen again. But yeah, join me tonight in just a few hours. What time is it now? 4:30. Join me in 3 hours' time for tonight's Formula One news. We're going to make it fun. We're going to discuss it, and we're going to get to the bottom of this stuff. All right, see you in 3 hours. Ta-ta. Thank you, Little Clum. I just saw that before I was about to go. Great content with today's commentary. Brilliant. Lovely to have you with us. And anyone else who's brand new, do subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the new show tonight at 7:30. Ta-ta.